How did our fire chief get fired for pointing out that the fire engines were in disrepair, that there was not water in the reservoir?
That's right.
That there was no power in the fire hydrant, and then the nerve of our mayor to call her to task and then fire her.
Right.
I thought she did a great job, our fire chief.
Listen, I think the fire department has been underfunded, I know, underfunded for so many years. You go back to 1960s, we have basically 2 or 3 times the amount of people in the city of Los Angeles. We have less fire stations. And the calls, I think, are 4, 5, 10 times as much because they keep underfunding and closing stations. And we've got, which we've all seen the pictures of, and I saw it during my campaign, all these fire trucks and equipment mothballed because they don't have the money to have them repaired. It's just ridiculous. So our priorities are wrong in the city.
But that's a fact. So when these facts are brought to bear out in why are we admonishing somebody for being honest?
Yeah, no.
You know, it's just a crazy, crazy world we live in.
I think the problem is you always hear people talk about how high the taxes are in California, and I don't think it's actually how high the taxes are. I think it's the problem is that they don't feel that it's working for them.
100%.
I don't think that people would have an issue with the high taxes if they see that it's making their life better and it's actually working for them. And we had amazing schools everywhere in an education system, and we had a great fire department that's on it, that's funded. So I think that's the main problem.
I travel all the time as a comic, and I'm in other states and with an average of $3 and something for gas, and the people are paying affordable taxes. The streets are clean, and they're policed, and people are doing better in other states in school. And everything is better. It's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating. I was down in Miami talking to the mayor of Miami. I said, how many homeless do you have in Miami? She said, we will be down to 0 by the end of the year.
Do they want some of ours?
But
that's terrible. I'm sorry.
But isn't that the right direction? And the right direction is.
So what are they doing that we're not doing?
They are building housing, and they have wraparound services. They've invested in the right things, and they get them off the street.
You're telling me Miami has 0? It will be down to 0?
She said we're going to 0. We'll be at 0 by the end of the year.
Isn't it also focusing on services so that people don't get to that point, like foster youth, so that we have programs for them when they turn 18 and they're set up for success rather than just letting them slip through the system.
The intervention, no doubt. And that's where your business is so important. The right education, the right opportunities, the ability to get a job. But we're also creating an environment, a region here, where it's so difficult to get a job and it's so expensive to live. The options are very little for people.
So I have a question for education then. If the Department of Education were to be dismantled, which it hasn't yet, and we don't get those funds. Let's say that the funds are not coming to the states. How do we make up those funds? Do you think our property taxes may go up even more in order to just meet this baseline that we're currently at?
Well, here's what I think. I don't know the exact total budget of the state of California. I should. I don't want to quote a number and misquote it. Mm-hmm. But Los Angeles is somewhere around $11 or $12 billion. Mm-hmm. When you have an $11 or $12 billion budget, I would guess that you probably have 10 to 15% of waste. And you can reallocate money, right? I don't think the issue is, do we have enough money? Are we collecting enough taxes? I think we have more than enough money. I think the issue is, are we spending it wisely? Are we efficient with our dollars? Do we have waste that we can get rid of so more dollars goes down to the kids, to the teachers, to the schools, to the parks, to keeping the parks clean and open? Do you know down in Watts, you're not allowed to just use the parks? You have to make appointments to use the parks.
Did not know that.
It's the craziest thing in the world. Do you know the street lights in Watts don't work on Central Avenue?
You know that?
It's crazy.
What are you doing down in Watts? At night.
That's where I went to school.
We're going to start
when I did my student teaching.
I mean, this is a big mission that I'm on, is just calling out these basic things around the city. How could you not have streetlights working in a district that, if you really want to talk about it, you need streetlights more than anything, because you want to be able to suppress the bad element that likes fighting crime, that likes doing crime at night.
Right.
But we just got our priorities wrong. So I don't think it's a money issue. I think it's the way we're spending the money.
Allocating it. That's why the key to the fix is good business. We
That's
need to
right.
do good business.